Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Market Check, brought to you by BB. There is no second best live YouTube stream to talk about markets. It's pretty much back to daily at this point, so I might have to adjust my intro again. Welcome. Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope we're having a great week and another week, another month flying by as we head towards the end of August, the end of the summer, and approaching Q4. What do these markets have in store for us? Are we going up? Are we going to go down? A mixture of both. We're going to talk about it on today's show. But welcome, guys. I'm Snorlax. You also know me as Tommy. I'm joined by Tucker, Jackus, and of course Max. Welcome, guys. I hope everybody in the panel as well as the audience have had a great week as well. But we kind of got a pop overnight. We had NVIDIA earnings yesterday, a double beat. Barely a double beat. So I guess we can kind of discuss if there are any implications for what that means for stocks, for the AI bubble that Sam Altman called a bubble earlier this week, or if it's just a complete nothing burger. I mean, so far we're about a day removed and Chud Jack mode, nothing has happened, right? Nothing has happened. Bitcoin has pumped a little bit, but Sol is still showing strength, right? It's pressing up against that 210 resistance level or 215 rather. And looking to potentially break out. I think that's an important signal for altcoins across the board. Looking a little bit stronger than ETH today as well. But before we can get too deep into the conversation, before we can, I think, start to dissect some individual tickers with a little bit more analysis, I'm going to ask if you guys, very nicely, I'm going to ask if you guys can smash, slam, destroy, annihilate that like button. I could come up with some more adjectives one of these days, but I think those do it the most justice. So if you guys could hit that like button for us, we'd be very appreciative. And of course, you help us keep the lights on here at Because Bitcoin when you do so. It's a small act, but it makes a big difference. And don't make me see soybeans today. I know we don't really look at commodity futures as much anymore, but you never know. Today could be one of those days that we that we throw the soybean futures chart on, or lean hog. Who knows? But all right, enough yet. Let's get to the charts. We're kind of more or less in the same spot that we were trading at yesterday. Bitcoin is kind of waffling, attempting a high time frame reclaim of that swing low that we set a few weeks ago, right? That $112,000 level that formed as a result of Novogratz helping an ancient Bitcoin whale sell $8 billion worth of Bitcoin. I think that's been kind of a pretty important contextual pivot for the last few months, or for the last few weeks rather. And you can see with the way Bitcoin is trading around it that the market kind of agrees. Some altcoins have taken the emphasis to begin moving, and some altcoins, they just can't be asked to move because they want a little bit more clarity from Bitcoin, which is more or less, I guess, at this point, just playing out some summer chop. Is this chop likely to continue? Are we going to see our end of summer washout like the last 2 years? I guess, these are questions that can only be answered through time, but we can clearly see with the way that Bitcoin is battling with this level, that we are loading, I would assume, an outsized move in either direction. So it's anybody's guess what that's going to be. We're going to discuss it on today's show. ETH has obviously been stronger than Bitcoin pretty much all summer, but a little bit weaker today, which is new, right? I mean, I feel like it's kind of new that we have ETH notably weaker than Bitcoin and Solana. That's a regime that we haven't seen in probably about 4, 6, 8 weeks. I haven't checked the volume for today, but I have been noting, ETH has been pretty consistently having more volume than Bitcoin over 24-hour periods, which is, I can't remember a period of time where it's been this long since that was the case, or rather where that has occurred for as long as this regime has lasted. And ETH still, I just checked, ETH has actually done more 24-hour volume than Bitcoin. So just interesting times. Is this a paradigm shift, a regime change? We'll discuss on today's show, as well as some of your favorite altcoins. So if you have anything you want us to take a look at, drop them in the comment section. Be reasonable about it. We're not going to look at micro caps. You guys should know the deal by now. We'll talk about NVIDIA too. It doesn't seem like too much impact with the stock market right now, but potentially some implications for AI as a whole. How are we doing, guys? What are we thinking about the market right now? kind of in the same place as yesterday. Do we have any thoughts on NVIDIA earnings, for example, equity markets, et cetera? What do we think?
Good
I
morning,
asked for recommendations. The very first one is a low
Nice. Good discussion.
I mean,
Not all at once.
yeah, I don't think, kind of like we talked about yesterday, I don't think the NVIDIA earnings are going to be or were a big deal.
Nothing.
You
really
know,
happened.
nothing happened. Yeah, they double beat, nothing happened, right? So kind of no impact there. But I don't know. I think just the way Bitcoin's set up, I feel like we might get a little correction in the next couple weeks, but I still think ETH and Sol look fantastic, which is hard to reconcile, right? But I don't know. I think you can maybe see ETH come a little bit lower. Same with Sol, but especially with Sol, I think obviously it's next to break all-time highs, right? Like it's up to bat type of thing. So I don't know. I think kind of regardless of Bitcoin bear chopping, you're going to still see, even on like the little pumps Bitcoin will give over the next week, I think you're going to see big ETH and Sol outperformance. And then I think we have a good, Q4 and second half of September. But I do think, like, as long as Bitcoin's looking like this, right? Like, just take off everything. I mean, it just looks a little
droopy.
A little droopy, It's just kind of waiting for that. Maybe not that deep. I'll delete that. Not that deep.
Thank you.
Don't scare the hose, Tucker.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't think that deep, but yeah, it's looking a little weak. That's all. So
I was gonna say, oh boy, you better take that back. I'm getting heated. I'm getting heated, man.
yeah,
You freaking take it back. All right, you did.
I did.
Altcoins, I feel like, are a very mixed bag right now. It's like Sol is strong, ETH has been strong. You have some individual names that were pumping today because they got positive announcements. By the way, I thought it was really funny. I don't know if you guys noticed that. It was definitely intentional as well, that they're going to be tokenizing data on the blockchain, every single blockchain seemingly, but not Solana. But not Solana. And yet Sol's the strongest coin today. So maybe there's something else in store for Sol, but I did find that pretty funny.
Yeah, that's interesting to say the least. I think. Wait, because each chain can, get tokenized. Like you can build RWAs on each chain now. So I suppose what we are talking about is the legal action, or like legally getting sort of like told that you can do or cooperate with that, or what are we talking about?
The fact that they're putting data from GDP on the blockchain, but they're putting it on seemingly every blockchain, but not Sol. Like Sonic is in there for some reason. I got a kick out of that.
What does that even mean?
Was the official announcement, right?
What's it mean?
What does that even mean?
It means somebody had filled some bags and wanted some exit liquidity, probably.
Okay.
Perfect.
Good. That's great news.
Don't know.
I think this chart looks pretty weak, man.
I think that thing wants to stab lower. My only concern about the market is like over the next 2 or 3 weeks, like I think there is potentially like a scam coming, but I think it'll be pretty short-lived. Like I really, not to just copy what Jackus is always saying, Mr. Forest through the trees guy, but this is really like the perfect embodiment of how I'm feeling, where I'm like, I'm uninspired by what Bitcoin is doing, to say the least. Tommy said that it looks anemic, or a lot of altcoins look anemic. I think that's a good way to put it. So I think if you did get a washout, it would be more just to like cleanse the board of positioning. I guess let smart money fill their bags a little bit lower. And then ultimately, I think we trend a lot higher, you know, towards probably the second half of September into October, November, December. We just might see a little bit of buffoonery before then, right? But I really think it's just a situation where you don't get shaken out, you don't get freaked out. It doesn't have to happen. I hope it doesn't, but I'm feeling a little uninspired by the recent price action. And I don't think it needs to be elaborated on much more than that. I think it's just a situation where you hang on and be a little bit patient. You should be good to go.
The gentleman is not interested.
Sweep them.
It's like playing that game with altcoins where we try to decide whether or not market makers are suppressing price or if there's just like not an authentic bid right now. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just there's just like not a lot of it's hard to get a good read on the price action because not a whole lot of anything is happening. Like you're seeing very isolated moves, like Sol looks perky, but
Dude, Bitcoin just doesn't. I mean, especially if you look on some higher time frames, dude, like it's a little bit frightening. I'm not gonna be a top follower, but you know, cross, not great, right? Where is it?
I think if you're concerned about Bitcoin, like tails are a good way to just kind of remain in the market. You know, you can stay long these altcoins that clearly have a bid from treasury companies or whatever it is, like Solana. Although Solana is at resistance right now, I think it really needs to break out to kind of signal that the rest of the altcoin market wants to continue to trade higher for the next few weeks. But yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's kind of, you pointed it out, Tucker, the high time frame structure is looking a little bit suspicious. And I think it can dump pretty far, not to say that that's my expectation, but I think it can dump pretty far down without actually like topping cyclically. I know that's kind of like everybody's favorite thing to ask about every single dump ever, but like, you know, Bitcoin can move down pretty far and still maintain a high time frame structure that's ultimately an uptrend. That's just my opinion. But you know, it at the same time, you know, to play devil's advocate to that idea, Bitcoin has also painted droopy looking patterns pretty consistently throughout this bull run and then just swept below and continued higher. So it could be either one. It is the summer. You don't want to overreact too much to ultimately what's probably pretty low volume price action.
Indeed. Yeah.
yeah,
I think the key with
we're
Bitcoin is MicroStrategy.
What's that?
I think the key with Bitcoin is MicroStrategy. Like if MicroStrategy is going to hold here, Bitcoin will probably continue ranging and just go up in Q4. And if MicroStrategy materially breaks down, then Bitcoin will break down.
That's for real.
Let me show you what I kind of see with MicroStrategy. I'm gonna Tommy the chart real quick.
Wow, right as I'm drawing this master.
Yep, that's how Tommy does it. You wouldn't get it.
That's how he does it.
I kind of think we're gonna do this in Q4. I don't really think we're gonna make like a serious new all-time high for MicroStrategy, but I could see some fractal like this playing out. So maybe, you know, second half of September into October, November moves higher. But I think it's probably just going to result in like a big washout in 2026. This is super high time frame though, guys. So just understand what I'm saying. Like, I think it can move up from here, but I'm not expecting new highs on MicroStrategy. And I will say this again. If MicroStrategy does make a new all-time high, then I think Bitcoin's going to like 300K. But I'm not so convinced. But I'm not opposed to it. Just kind of waiting to see. But I think your focus should be in altcoins regardless, right?
I'm going to ask the question again. Do you guys think they might try to liquidate Sailor, and then turn it into immediately V it out into an SBR bid? That's kind of like my super tinfoil hat theory.
Well, Tommy, I don't understand. Are you concerned that he owns 3% of the Bitcoin supply? I don't
Yes and
understand. That's
no.
not even that scary, right? All leverage,
I mean, I think it would be a scary event probably, but like I also know that we have enough. It's been pretty clear that when people have sold or bought billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, it hasn't moved the chart as much as it used to, right?
I've been saying this for years that I think Michael Saylor is going to probably end up being one of the wealthiest people alive, and I'm rooting for him. But I am not so confident that they let him get away with what he's doing. Although I'm rooting for Michael Saylor, there's just this alarm that is screaming in the back of my head that is like they're going to cart him out before hyper Bitcoinization. And
like
I hope
James
that I'm
Wynn.
wrong. What's that?
He's kind of like James Wynn now.
Oh, hey, Butters.
Hey,
I just don't know if it's sustainable, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And I hope that I'm wrong, but the man owns, he owns 3% of the supply, a lot of leverage on the books. He's got this like Bitcoin yield strategy going on, and I don't know if they're going to let him get away with it forever. But let me just be super clear. Like, I really hope that I'm wrong about it, but I don't know. I could totally see it, Tommy. Like, I could. I just don't think it's going to happen as quickly as maybe like it sounds like we're thinking. I think it could be like, because here's the thing. Let's go through this hypothetically. If he were to get liquidated, it's not going to be an on-chain liquidation event. It's going to be one that takes years to resolve through the courts. Okay. It's not like getting liquidated on Bybit. Okay. It doesn't settle instantly. Okay. So I think if that were to happen, he'd probably first make a ton of money. Like Bitcoin will probably run really high. He'll make a ton of money. Then shit will hit the fan, and like the liquidation event probably wouldn't happen until like 2028 or 2029. And it would also probably be like a partial liquidation. Like that man is not going to give up his Bitcoin. Like I think he'd rather die than give up that Bitcoin. So it might be a situation where like shit hits the fan, takes 3 or 4 years to resolve, and it's like he has to sell like 1% or something like that. It wouldn't be all of it. So
I think he'd sell down the common stock of MSTR before having to sell Bitcoin.
okay, here's where I disagree with this comment is that his cost basis in like for last cycle was like 25 to 35K or something. Now it's like in the mid 60s, I'm pretty sure. So it's resetting every cycle because he continually top blasts, which I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying like if he hadn't been buying this whole time, then yeah, his cost basis would be like 25K Bitcoin or less, and he'd probably be untouchable. But if by the end of this cycle, his cost basis is probably going to be pushing 80 or 90K. Like I'm pretty sure that if his cost basis is continually moving up, like Bitcoin's not gonna circumvent like a 60 or 70% correction like it has in, every cycle you get like a 50, 60, 70% minimum washout on Bitcoin during a bear. I mean, ideally more, right? But yeah, I don't think that like him surviving last bear market does anything because it's like every cycle for him is new because he keeps buying and he's going to keep buying forever. And I don't know how it resolves, but I'm just like, I think they're either going to take some of his Bitcoin or take his company, or maybe he knows they're going to take his company and he's got it structured where he just wants the Bitcoin and they're going to take the company from him and he doesn't care. You know, I don't know.
Well, his current cost basis is 74K, so that seems like far enough.
Wait, right
as a
now his
breakout.
cost basis is 74K.
I thought it
Actually,
was
crazy that it's that high.
That seems really high to me. I didn't know that.
Well, he keeps
Yeah,
buying
but-
100, so
Yeah, he just keeps the blasting, and but yeah, I think this is perfectly fine. It's gonna go even higher because he's just going to keep on purchasing as much as he can, and so will all these others companies, and lots of people don't get that. And the thing is that this is a supply that's not hitting the market again. As you said, he would rather, die than sell. And so that goes for lots of them. The less supply onto the market. And so in the past, it's always been, like either miners or long-term OGs selling lots, and that's what caused those big bear markets. Miners still will sell, but lots of these new entities, they will not for a long time. So I think the future bear markets will be very diminished in terms of percentage and volatility, and I think Sailor is fine for now, and I think he will. I don't think 3% is a problem. I think his leverage is actually pretty minimal. Yeah, there is the only way. I don't think he is in problem now. He could get into problem in the future if like MicroStrategy stock pumps a lot. He will have to borrow a lot and then buy more Bitcoin with it, and then that said Bitcoin goes decently down. But he's probably done the math.
My understanding of his Ponzi now is that he can't issue more debt without diluting MicroStrategy stock or selling the common. So I think the only risk to Sailor is if you get a very volatile event on Bitcoin and he's forced to sell MSTR stock to try and support the price of Bitcoin, and you get that self-reflexive downward cycle. I think that's kind of like the only scenario that I think would doom Michael Saylor. But if the price of Bitcoin goes higher in Q4, he's going to win, in my opinion, because he'll just be able to issue more debt because the assets that he owns are going to go up that much more in value. So yeah, I mean, I think kind of because basically the product that he's been offering has essentially been a short Bitcoin volatility product. It's not just like a long Bitcoin asset. It's a short Bitcoin volatility, and Bitcoin volatility, as we know, is at historically low levels. So it's been a very profitable product to offer bond investors or bond buyers. What does Bitcoin volatility look like right now, Tucker?
let's see. Is that BVol again?
Yes, I know Deribit has a chart that we can look at.
I know. I'm pretty sure they had the same. I think it was the 7-day one. Isn't it this?
I think so. Just type in Bitcoin volatility and you can get the Deribit one. It gives you a little bit more like fleshed out candles. There it is, DVol. Yeah. A little bit nicer. Does this just go down forever, man?
It seems that way, yeah.
It probably does, because as BTC goes up in market cap, its volatility must be going down.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just like VX1, right? Or VX exclamation point. What is the damn ticker, Tommy? VX1.
For what?
There it is.
For futures?
Yeah, it's this. It's probably just like this, dude.
Man.
But do the spikes. We go back. Do the spikes mean anything? Let me just put Bitcoin on here. That'll be easier. Like, not really. It's not like the VIX at all, I guess. It's actually just volatility, huh? I mean, are you getting signal from this thing being forward, basically?
I mean, I kind of feel like it makes sense that we see some sort of move up on it. I have no idea whether that's going to represent upside or downside.
Yeah, I don't think
we're due for a volatile move on Bitcoin.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's true.
Yeah, this is not like the VIX, right? Like it moves up when Bitcoin moves up. Or it's the big one here, yeah. Like Bitcoin up, this up. So, but yeah, it's definitely, it's at levels not seen since 23.
That's insane, man.
Yeah. Yeah. When Bitcoin was in this range. Yeah. Wow.
The comments. Bitcoin. Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
I love calling it corn. Speaking of corn, what does the like button look like? Would be a shame if we had to look at corn futures.
Do you know where the name corn came from for Bitcoin?
Yeah, throw corn futures on immediately, Tucker.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta hit the like button, man.
Yeah.
Bear market on the like button.
Bear market on corn.
You got me.
You got me.
You got me.
That's the best.
It was too good of a transition point. I remember back in the day, like transitioning into hitting the like button used to be an art form. Back in my day.
People used to appreciate what we did here. They used to back in my day, they used to hammer and abuse the like button.
Like button volatility at historical lows.
Historical lows.
So what do we think about corn, guys? Not Bitcoin, but corn.
Yeah.
Maybe deep retrace, but like coming into head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders pattern.
It's like a short
there you go.
squeeze with no bid. Low key.
It just doesn't matter the chart. Max is bullish on it. He can't help himself.
No, I can't.
Corn inverse head and shoulders. Yeah. Oh my god.
All right, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Thank you if you hit the like button. I haven't even checked. I hope the corn futures.
Look how over ETH is. It'll never hit 5K. We'll never pump again. Look at that. It's over.
Can you zoom in on like 1 minute? It's gonna look even worse. So we can fully appreciate the
Tom Lee is dumping everything. It's over.
There.
You got him.
You got me.
Can
Honestly,
you do me a favor, Tucker? And put on CRO, like the crypto.com coin token. Sure. Yeah.
Like USD.
Yeah. And go on daily, maybe 3D even, maybe 3D. All right, like this. This is good. And now put Doge down below.
Damn.
Jack,
Will
we will
comes
never pump again. What are you talking about?
Shh.
It's over.
Doge.
I'm pretty sure Will caught the crow pump.
And now readjust the scale. Yeah. And so what I think is going to happen for lots of coins, and you could probably put down even Pepe perhaps. Probably wouldn't, it got launched in 2023, so it will not have full history. And you really need to probably price it since that 23 pump. But yeah, if you're gonna take the, since then, I think lots of stuff is going to follow Chronos here. In this sense, maybe like I think all will have that gold candle sooner or later. Might take some time, but I still do think that the structure is shaping up as, if you're gonna zoom out even a little bit more on Chronos, yeah, then I think you'll see a similar type. You'll see that price extending. Again, it might take some time. At first you might, going to move up, but I think that's kind of, lots will follow in this sense. I don't view the December 24 high as the cycle top.
Yeah, I don't know. So I guess if you're looking back at Crow here, like, are you saying like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3? Like this is it?
I'm not saying this is it and it's a cycle top right now. I'm saying lots of coins are lagging. And they are just starting their bull trend, basically. But again, what I've been saying, this cycle is higher for longer, but with semi-bear markets in between. So you like had that move in, March 24, right? That was the first impulse. Then bear market.
Bear market.
Yeah. And so you go higher for longer, but then you have these awful periods in between where sentiment gets reset.
And where do you think it fits into Doge and Pepe? Just that they're right here, basically. Like you had like bull market, bear market, bull market, that.
Yeah, I think they are soon, and by soon, again, could be 2 months down the line, but I think relatively soon they will follow that upside of Crow.
Yeah.
I think Crow here is showing you the path of lots of alts.
Yeah.
This is my thought.
Huh?
Just my thoughts.
Yeah. Tommy, are you a Crow enjoyer?
I am not a Crow enjoyer. No, I didn't even realize that they made the announcement and then like a whole day after the pump happened. Like usually it's kind of the opposite.
Wait, what did they? What did they announce?
I think like there was something with Trump and investing in it or something. Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, it's always a good thing when exchange tokens go up, even the scammy ones. I mean, look at OKB, for example, the OKEX token.
OKB?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just whipped this up.
Oh my God.
MSTR cost basis on TradingView.
OKB.
So what does that say? 60? Oh no, it is 70, isn't it? Yeah.
73,153. This highlights whenever Bitcoin is below their cost basis.
So is it just like, is it kind of like the miner whatever thing where it's like whenever it gets at or near the basis line, you just bid type of thing. Because it's like we went under it during that period in 2022, and it was fine.
Here's the Bitcoin miner cost
Yeah.
and then MSTR average cost.
So not quite as
Here,
accurate.
but see, this is a perfect example of what we were talking about. Is when they're down bad, they're unable to purchase more Bitcoin to get their cost basis down. See, they're
Yeah,
only able to keep purchasing when Bitcoin's going up,
exactly.
which is a problem because this is when they need to be shoving, but they can't do that. That's why they have to keep top blasting.
Yes, because when MSTR goes up, they can borrow more and against it and buy more BTC. But they always have to do it when price is up, not when it's down.
Wonder if you could make an indicator where it kind of like, not like a VWAP, but the number of standard deviations away from Sailor's average entry price.
I can do that.
Which, by the way, just to continue, is a good thing because lately we've seen the buys for Sailor being very small, which is bullish.
Yeah, they
It's
had
bullish.
decreasing in size.
I think because they have to sell the common stock to buy Bitcoin now.
Yeah.
Tucker, can you pull up OKB?
You can.
OKB. I mean, the chart reminds me of OM. He will see it. OKB USDT. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my.
We've
The
been
pump that
trading
nobody caught.
OKX token.
Yeah. I forgot to mention this in my video about BNB last week, but like Asian exchanges are kind of perking up a little bit.
We need that.
Yes, we do.
We do need that.
Because at the end of the day, who is going to pump alts? It's for one, it's going to be crime, but it's going to be mostly exchanges and VCs.
Yeah.
Some of that's a product of rates. Some of it's a product of initiative.
That's crazy.
I know.
Are we still dumping? Nah, we're good.
We are
Back.
back.
We've never been ready
It's
to
like,
go
we
zero
are
more than right now.
back.
I see a wick on the ETH chart, not just full red candle. We're back.
I'm
What
not
do you
sure
guys
why
think
you
about-
think we're not entering the biggest bear market we've ever seen.
Max. Gonna be
Here's what I'm trying to say is that you wouldn't get it.
I would.
No. I can try to explain it to you, but you wouldn't get it. You're simply too manually and filled with testosterone, man. You need to get on those estrogen shots, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll
Yeah.
have that feminine urge to call the cycle top.
To call the top. Yeah. Should we map out the cycle top just for fun? It's right now because we're there.
I wonder if there's like a way we could collect social data from X. So whenever somebody says like top is in or cycle top or I think this is the top, we could somehow like aggregate that data and I could plot it on my chart and see, or even like underneath like RSI, like when there's a spike in like social data of people saying, I think that was the top, then it would spike, and we'd be like, oh, that's like a good place to fade.
The Google Trends. Google Trends works.
But I want Twitter accounts, not Google Trends. I want like people complaining on X.
Yeah.
And I could gather that data and just make like an oscillator of the amount of times people call. It'd be at like every prominent low. They'd be like, that was the top. Yeah, it would look like that. But like inverted.
Yeah.
So like towards the low, you'd get a spike.
I'm trying to make like the super bear case for ETH right now, honestly.
Let me help you. Pull out
I
the
can-
Elliott waves.
I have a super bear case for ETH that I'm gonna keep private, but
Oh, here he goes again. Here he goes.
Tommy.
Bearlax, the object tree
Bear.
hider.
I'm just saying. Look, I wouldn't even assign a high probability to it. You asked if I could make, or if somebody could make one. I can make one.
Wait, sorry.
Oh, I wouldn't
Opt in
beat
zero,
that there,
Tommy.
but blow up top to negative price.
Is that right? I'm just joking.
No, you're
You will
not.
have to give your ETH away. You'll have to pay people to buy your ETH.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like when oil went negative, what was going on there? Were people getting paid to sell their oil? Like what was happening?
It was
All you
because
need to do is click be adjust and then you're good.
Oh. No. I thought you didn't have be adjust on.
It was Jackus, not me. I'm a be adjust guy. Jackus is not a fan of be adjust.
Jackus doesn't. That's right.
no.
Okay, here's the thing. The bear case I can make for ETH does not involve a bear market. So I will just say that. It does not involve bear market.
Does not involve a bear market.
No.
Can you give me a hint other than that?
Study total DeFi from last cycle.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Tommy loves a good event.
Yeah. Tommy's an event enjoyer.
He is, dude. An event is coming. Oh my God. Nothing gets Tommy fired up like an imminent event.
Yeah, Tommy loves events.
All right, hold on. I don't even know if I should do this, Tommy. Okay, all right, we'll do it. I'm just gonna see if we can eyeball what you're looking at.
Tommy, do you want to see the new script?
I do.
Oh, wait.
Tucker, are you going to be mad if I Tommy the chart from you?
No. I wasn't saying oh to that. No, go ahead. I'm gonna try to figure out Tommy's bear case real quick. So go for it.
MSTR average +1 cloud, +2 -2 cloud, and then +3 -3 all the way down here. Interesting. Seems like the last top was when it was, 2.5 stations, so like between the 2 and the 3 from their cost basis. But it is interesting to see how the price interacts with it, right? Like, see over here, it was like support and resistance. Like this has been support, the +1 cost basis cloud. And you lose it, reclaim it, hold here. Like that's really interesting to see how it's interacting. If you guys run up the likes, I'll publish this for free immediately after the stream if you want Michael Saylor's cost basis. But run those likes up.
I would like that indicator, so run the likes up.
Well, I'll give it to you no matter what, Bearlax. Just share your object tree with me.
I'll screenshot it now.
Interesting.
It's interesting.
BNB looks like it will make another top. Maybe OKB in a play out.
Wait, you think it's going to do an OKB candle?
Probably not. But it looks like there is relentless bid on it.
It looks a lot like it did last cycle. I am on board with that thesis, Jackus. I just don't know how much upside to like reasonably expect in a short time on it.
Yeah.
Tommy, I can't figure it out. Where is it?
I'm not saying. I'm not saying publicly, at least.
I mean,
You know what I feel like right now?
uh,
FOMC over. Time to wait for new FOMC. We have FOMC member Waller speak today.
What do you say? I mean, he's usually dovish or like very accommodating, I feel like.
yeah. Yeah, he is. Wait, what did he say, Jagus?
What do you mean?
Oh, he hasn't spoken yet. Sorry, I thought you meant he
No.
spoke. As long as we're above here, I feel fine about ETH.
You shouldn't.
Over.
Yeah.
42s. We're good. Happy with 42s.
When is the blood moon, guys?
7th.
Or 7th, I believe.
September 7th?
Yeah.
That sounds magical. What was it last year?
I think we had one earlier this year in like April.
No, it was in March.
March.
What was going on in March?
Stocks were absolutely nuking. That's what happened in March.
And March wasn't too great. That was March for ETH. So when was the blood moon though? That's a good question. Hold on.
Don't know.
It was the 13th of March. Okay. So we had a blood moon. We went up and then we went down. And then we bottomed and we sent. So,
I think we tend to front run these events now, generally. Yeah. So like most of the dump happened before the blood moon.
I mean, I think most of our downside is going to happen before the 7th.
I kind of tend to agree. Blood moon was on my birthday. I think there's supposed to be like a record number of people that are going to be able to see a red moon this year around the world.
Interesting.
It'll be very visible in Singapore.
Has it been done on purpose, Tommy?
I mean, you know how I feel about these things, Jackass.
Wait. The one 2 weeks, Tommy? Like the blood moon, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's a lot of people are going to be able to see a red moon globally from what I was reading. It's going to be very visible from Singapore.
Well, I'm not in Singapore.
Unfortunately. I'm not in Singapore anymore either.
Anymore. Nice.
Needs to put the chain back on. We were green. The chain's still on, but the market's green. Basically every coin on my watch list is green, except for my favorite bag, of course. That's how it goes.
He's just flipped green again.
Yes, it did.
For now.
For now. Until the cycle top. Gold looks like it will make new highs.
Yes, we should mention gold. The chart looks absolutely ridiculous right now.
It's gonna push the fifth tuple high. Do you say fifth tuple?
Quintuple. Quintuple.
You know what else we should probably look at is Bitcoin against gold.
Interesting.
Yes.
We can do that.
Let's do it. You want market caps or what? Bitcoin market cap.
Both deflationary supplies, so.
How do I get a gold market cap on here? You know?
Do you need market cap?
I mean, no, but
No idea.
be nice. Okay.
That looks like it's headed down to me.
That's not good.
Yeah, from what I've been reading, like I don't really trade this pair super often, but people who I know that do say that when gold rallies, Bitcoin will take a back seat at least for a short period of time.
Mm-hmm. Well, gold looks like it wants to rally a little bit. A little bit.
It does. Why buy gold coins?
Real. This is
Gotta pet the cat on my lap.
yeah.
Put an eye patch on.
His monocle and cape.
Maybe that's how I show up to market check that day.
Yeah.
Just with an eye patch and a scar down my other eye.
Dude.
Also, that crypto deformation, when you pull out gold and you start typing gold USDT instead of just gold.
What was Max typing the other day? That was he was putting USDT, but he shouldn't have been.
I don't remember.
You know what I'm talking about, Tommy?
I think I do, yeah.
What'd you say?
What was the ticker you kept typing in the other day? Oh, it was Neo, wasn't it?
Yeah, Neo USDT.
Oh, that's right.
Couldn't
Neo.
comprehend.
It was a stock, and it kept typing Neo USDT. It's good stuff.
Which ones do you guys think is going to win, SBET or BMNR?
Tom Lee. Tom Lee. That would be my bet.
They both look the same. Yeah.
I'd probably say Tom Lee. So I'd back Tom Lee, BMNR. But you know, a lot of these things have pumped and then they get like a second pump and then they're just kind of like retracing a majority of the pump. At least that's what we've seen with a lot of the Bitcoin treasury companies that exploded a few weeks ago. So I think the better buy will be to kind of wait for this like initial euphoria to subside and then buy them.
Yeah.
But I like BMNR too because I don't think they're vested for a few more years. So like Tom Lee has a huge stake in the company, but he can't sell it. We like locked supply.
So who's like running SBET? Wait.
SPX just made new all-time highs.
Who?
SPX. Is it a cycle top?
Yeah, it's over.
What's Peter Thiel's ETH company?
Does he have one?
It's not like his, but the one he invested in, he bought like 10% of an ETH treasury company.
I didn't know that. Let me see. Bitmine, right? Yeah,
Is that what it is?
Bitmine. Yeah. Or wait. There's one called ETHzilla.
That's what I thought it was.
Oh, okay. All right. He owns some Bitmine too, I guess. But
ETHzilla, man, what a name for a company.
interesting. Very, very interesting.
Hmm.
Sounds like the type of thing I would get shilled on DOT in 2021 that would just go to zero.
ETHzilla.
You know.
Mhm.
Anybody remember Pokemon? Poka? Get it? 'Cause
Pokemon.
DOT.
No.
It's really funny. I remember like the spring of 2021, I always say was like my first kind of real introduction into markets. And obviously I love Pokemon. So, the idea of a Pokemon crypto made so much sense to me being on DOT. And it ended up being just like a complete KOL scam. None of them will talk about it anymore. I remember who shilled it. I won't say them publicly, but if I had bought that instead of some other DeFi asset, would probably be a very different story for how that spring went for me. God, 2021, man. The euphoria we're all chasing again.
That's the dragon, bro.
It really is.
21 cycle or alt season, whatever, is the dragon that everyone's chasing. Myself included, obviously.
Just want another yield Ponzi with 80,000% compounding APY, man. Is that so much to ask? It would never work now because of Solana people, unfortunately.
You think?
Yeah, no, it would definitely not work with the current market participants that can't believe in anything and with a hold time of like 5 minutes. I mean, the whole game theory behind OHM and Wonderland and Snowbank and Klima and maybe like Squid, I think too, was that you benefited from holding longer. Like that was literally part of the game theory.
Remember the butterfly one?
Yeah.
Redacted cartel.
I forgot about that one. That was the one that random dude had like $40 million of.
I have no idea.
That was my favorite time to be in crypto.
Yeah.
Getting to update my CoinGecko portfolio every 8 hours. More tokens.
Yeah.
The AVAX trenches.
I still want to know who came up with the name trenches, man. Like,
and who made it like an appealing concept instead of like the meat grinder that it is and was.
yeah.
I think it just kind of became synonymous with like, okay, you're not working hard in crypto if you're not trenching, which is so unbelievably stupid. A lot of people had to learn the hard way that sometimes you are more likely to make more money by not doing anything than just gambling on every single thing. But I digress. Do we have any thoughts on NVIDIA?
That was such a scam last night, bro. Double beat, nuke, immediate recover before the open.
I mean, what do you think was going to happen, Max? Like,
do you think it's because they barely beat?
Yeah, they beat by 4 and 1%. I mean, what did they do last time? 9 and 1.
I mean, I feel like it's one of those situations where like the market is just demanding perfection, where it's like the analysts don't even believe their expectations. It's
Yeah.
like they need it more of a beat, you know. I just published that MSTR script, by the way. If you guys want it, you can go to my X and look at it. I just wanted to get it out quick. Feel free to use it. Unless your name is Tommy, then you can't use it. Unless you show me your object tree.
I can't do that publicly.
Of course not.
I will simply keep saying study last cycle total DeFi chart.
I tried to study Tommy and I couldn't figure it out. I could just be done.
You have not studied enough then.
No.
Do you think we are sort of still in that like 3 billion valuation?
For total DeFi?
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't want to.
You don't want to show the charts, we know.
I don't want to show the chart. But yes, I do.
All right.
Jack, is what number did you say? 3 or 30?
3.
3 billion? Oh no. No.
Hey, I didn't say
The event.
it.
Tommy's event.
Need a breakout, man. Need a breakout is what I will say.
My goodness, it does look super similar. That's insane. Max, have you studied this?
Nope. Not gonna
Nope.
study it.
That is
I caught up anyway.
that is egregious.
I refuse to study that.
It's all been one big echo bubble.
I mean, if that happens, I won't be here anymore. I won't survive that. That's no, it's over.
What do you mean you will not survive the upside?
No, I won't be around to see the upside. So
If we go to Tommy, what's the number? What does that go to
For what?
for the drop? What is this? Yeah. What is that, like 1,000?
1,000.
Like if this was ETH, what is this number right here?
I don't even know what that would mean for ETH. I think that ETH is not putting in lows that low regardless, but obviously beta would not have a good time.
I mean, that would be 1,300. So this would be. Just not think about that.
I think ETH already traded like deeper in earlier this year. I don't really think that we have to drop that low on it. But DeFi stuff, I mean, beta that hasn't really moved. Maybe a different story. Or we just keep ranging and then eventually go up in Q4, right?
My
Possible.
goodness. Oh my. Yeah, that'd be great.
But I do think, like, in general, like, this chart is going to tell you the story, because I think DeFi is going to end up being crypto's biggest innovation. I know that it's kind of still derided, because I mean, some of the assets haven't quite performed, but it's pretty clear that ETH is going to be where they tokenize a huge amount of financial transactions, assets. I mean, it's just, I can't be bearish on ETH on like a multi-year time horizon. I just can't. I think there are so many tailwinds aligning for it. And it's funny because everybody has pivoted to the idea that crypto exists just so we can gamble. And I think that we are actually seeing the opposite.
Yes.
What, you don't like gambling, Tommy?
I love gambling. I love gambling.
Bet more.
Yeah, bet more.
More.
Link going to 81K tonight. Jesus. Sergey's got too many tokens to sell. I think stable coins play a role in this too, by the way.
And DeFi?
Yeah, I mean, they really go hand in hand.
Just the market Tether and USDC flies.
Yeah, I mean, stable coins, even if it's not a CBDC, they're going to give financial institutions and the government, I think, an extra lever to, I mean, move collateral on chain, rehypothecate it.
Yeah.
Study a much bigger version of what happened in 2020 and 2021. DeFi is a multi-trillion-dollar asset class, in my opinion. It's currently priced at about, what, 125 billion. So you gamble your wealth away on meme coins or like Solana shitters, and DeFi, meanwhile, will be 10 to 20x higher, I think, within like 3 or 4 years.
This is what I believe as well.
Not to say I don't like meme coins. I do. I hold a lot of meme coin exposure, but part of the issue for me is I don't really like a lot of the DeFi assets as like a hold. They're kind of large cap already. I think the easiest proxy is to just be an ETH maxi or buy Hyperliquid.
What is Hype doing today? It's a little bit of a meat grinder, but it's like that thing really looks like it wants higher at some point.
I don't think it looks too bad.
It looks like vertical accumulation.
I think in downside, Hyperliquid will be the safest asset, which is funny because at the bottom it was kind of the opposite. Are they going to get hacked? Yeah.
Draw a rolling VWAP with a +1, -1 standard deviation cloud from the April 7th low on that chart.
I gotcha. An anchored VWAP from the April 7th from this low.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That ain't bad.
No, just been riding that upper VWAP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wish we could get the Hyperliquid chart on this, though. It's annoying that we have to use like KuCoin because you know that a majority of the volume on this
Yeah.
is actually going to come from Hyperliquid.
Mm-hmm.
But
it does make it difficult for Per too. I wish.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a long time before we start to see Hyperliquid Oracle on TradingView.
I'm surprised it isn't there yet, but
I mean, they have them on like if you're looking at things that will track derivatives like Coinalyze, Velo, you get Hyperliquid data.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if you do pull back, it's just to here. If anything.
Is that? Yeah, I agree.
Like 30.
Just like, how can I really be that bearish on a coin that buys back so much of its own token? It's literally BNB, but
I was gonna say,
yeah,
it's literally BNB.
Literally, market cap lower than its price.
It's like BNB with a built-in flywheel. Maybe not quite as much crime, but maybe it might be too soon to make that that deduction. I know hype looks good against like BTC, against ETH. Wonder what it looks like against like Sol and stuff like that.
BTC.
What do you?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, what do you guys think about Sol here?
I think it needs to not break down here because it's trying to do some vertical accumulation deal. I would not want to see Sol puke this structure.
No, it looks good, man.
It does look good. I'm just saying I wouldn't want to see it like sneeze down hard.
Yeah. Sol likes to do that.
Because I think that rinse out, if it did sneeze, would be, it could come down. Like I could see 190 again, you know, if we are going to get like a big market correction type of whatever little rinse out. But like, I do not want to see that like 190 level lost locally.
We're trying to break out from high time frame value area high right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are. Jeez.
Big level.
Big.
Let me put it
You
this
should
way.
totally be longing into this level if you're sidelines.
If Sol can actually break out here, though, I think what it represents for like all shit coins is so important, man. Like Sol is the shit coin gambler meme coin chain of this cycle. If this thing can break out, man, you're gonna see on-chain heat back up pretty quick.
Yeah. I think Sol ETH is bottomed also. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it again. Called the top, called the bottom.
What if there is no bottom?
I would be happier if there weren't. But I think it's bottom. Probably another retest of the lows at some point, but
This looks great. I like this. Lovely.
I'm very torn on this.
It's lovely, Tommy.
It does. The chart looks great. I was definitely expecting weakness on Sol BTC. I'm doing my video after market check on. We're gonna check back in on the Sol pairs. So gonna have a conversation about Sol ETH and Sol BTC. What does Pump Fund look like? I remember looking at Bonk yesterday, and I was not. I wasn't blown away. You know what we need more of? Oh, we lost Max. We need more launch pads. More meme coin launch pads. Oh, that's Pump against Sol. What is Pump?
It's in USD.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Not USD. Yeah.
What about?
Isn't that right? Or no?
No, that might be USD.
It is. It is. Yeah.
What is? Yeah. What is? Sounds like Mike Tyson. What is Pith doing?
Pith.
I know it's an oracle, and they named it as you know, one of the things that they'll use for like oracle prices on chain.
Mm-hmm.
Right, guys. Time to wrap it up.
Yeah, the fact that we're looking at Pith is probably a pretty good
Yeah. It's time.
indication. All right, guys, that's it for us. From us, we'll see you again tomorrow for another episode of Market Check. But we hope you enjoyed today's show. Happy Thursday. A few quick, what is like the phrase that they use, like in the courtroom or in politics? It's like point of. Never mind. What was it? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was. Doesn't matter. Maybe somebody in the comments knows. Market Check will be back for another episode. Like I said, tomorrow. A reminder that we are live Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So so you can get more content like this when you tune in to these shows on those days. And we go live at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, also tune in to Market Talk, hosted by the legendary King Wabi. That is live Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wow, they're both live on the same days. Maybe we should, never mind. Make sure to tune into Market Talk. Wabi has done a great job hosting those spaces. He's been absolutely crushing the market rotations over the last few months. So if you are looking for alpha to finish up your day, check out his show as well. But yeah, thanks again for tuning in, guys. Before we officially send you on your way, once again, I'm going to mention, if you are looking for trading signals to be able to conquer this market, we've got a few things that can help you out with that, starting with our Volume Fusion Pro Discord. All you have to do is sign up for our Blowfin ref link, and you get access to some kick-ass market signals that have been beating the market over a multi-week, multi-month period. I'm not just saying that. You can see the back tests if you join the Discord. If you're skeptical, we have the data to back it up. They're very successful. I mean, Max has been working on those for 9, 10, maybe even longer at this point, 9, 10 months. And they are beating the market. That's 100% real. And if you do more volume in the future, potentially you might have access to some even more highly profitable trading strategies. So just a hint at what could be coming down the pipeline. Of course, as well, we also just launched our brand new DGen tab for the BB terminal. So if you're looking for something to give you an edge on chain, you're looking for something that will potentially one-up you against these these Solana traders, or maybe you're more interested in trading on chain on ETH, we've got the solution for you. So check out the DGen page on the BB terminal. Check out BB terminal as well as a whole. But thanks again for tuning in, guys. I'm going to play a quick ad for the terminal as we leave. But until tomorrow, thanks again, as always, for tuning in. And of course, stay safe.
Tired of outdated trading tools, confused charts, dozens of tabs, endless stress? You're not alone. Introducing BB Terminal, your all-in-one command center for crypto trading. Track your portfolio, monitor the markets, stay ahead, all in one place. From chaos to clarity, from struggle to success. BB Terminal.